Welcome back to Tread on Sports. In this segment, we're at the Lobo Den inside the pit. Be sure to stop and get a t-shirt or a hat next time you come to a game. In this segment, we're going to be looking at the San Jose State game. We have highlights from the men's and then a verbal report for the ladies. Let's get to it. And in this game against San Jose State, the Lobos were still without Tim Williams and Dane Kuiper, who's in concussion protocol. Funky tip from the ref who never gets it over the players. Lobos get the ball, but San Jose State gets the first points as Clark gets into the lane. A Jet gets 2 on that nice up and under, and then Logwood's going to hit a 3 with no hesitation. San Jose State is going to end a 10-0 run here as Brown slices through the lane and gives credit to the assist man. He's going to get another open 3 there, and Clark's going to hit a funny-looking shot from the baseline. This take by Brown again brings San Jose State back within 1, but McDougal is going to answer on an offensive rebound up and in. Here we see San Jose State come out in a 1-2-2 press, broken easily by the Lobos, and Joe Furstinger is rewarded with the dunk. Ryan Wellage is going to hit that 3 from the left wing to bring him within 1, and then an interior pass from a Jet to Logwood gets the Lobos an easy 2. Logwood looks like he's going to get another easy 2, but Clark with a nice chase down block. Elijah doesn't let anyone get that one as he knocks down the 3, but that 3 from Wellage for San Jose State brings them back close. Furstinger again scores from the right block. The score going into halftime, 35-35. In that closely contested first half, there were 6 lead changes and 5 ties. San Jose State was a little top-heavy as 23 of their 35 came from Ryan Wellage and Terrell Brown, with 13 and 10 respectively. Surprise for Lobo fans was the performance of Sam Logwood in the first half. He had 2 threes and was 4 of 6 overall from the field. He was also tied for the team lead in rebounds with Elijah, who had 8. Elijah had 8 points on 3 of 8 shooting in the first. As Hillman goes right down the lane and flushes it down with his left hand. Clark gets a beautiful spin move to go here off the right glass. And then after a little pickup sequence here, Clark's going to get the putback jam again. This 3 by Brown brings the Lobos to within 1, and Logwood's going to get the bucket after some nice action here. In transition, McDougal beats everybody down the floor and gets 2. It'd be a goaltending call, and the Lobo fans really liked that. However, Wellage would answer right back with a 3 here, and then Clark's going to get an easy dunk after the screen, and no one's helping. However, Furstinger shows that they don't need help as he goes through the contact, up and in. This Brown 3 cuts the lead, but the alley-oop to Clark makes it 12. This late Damian Jefferson layup wasn't enough, and the Lobos fall 78-68. With Tim Williams and Dane Kuiper still out, it was Elijah Brown getting all of the defensive attention in the second half. For the majority of the game, he was getting face-guarded and denied the ball. He finished just 3 of 10 from the field. And it wasn't until there were 5 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game that he would attempt his first free throw. And getting to the line is something that Elijah has really excelled at this year. He would finish with the team high in points, rebounds, and assists with the line of 21, 8, and 6. Logwood wasn't able to replicate the first half that he had, and he finished the day off with 19 points on 10 shots and was able to pull down 7 boards. San Jose State was able to take advantage of 20-point, 8-rebound performance from Ryan Wellage, which were both team highs. He was 7 of 11, including 4 of 6 from deep. In addition, the Spartans were able to get 17 points from Brandon Clark and Terrell Brown en route to the win. After the game, we caught up with Coach Neal.
Got to take your hats off to San Jose. They played well. It was my fault. I didn't have my team ready to play. I thought I had my team ready to play, and we just didn't come out with the fire that we've been playing with, the energy that we played with, and we couldn't guard them. They were very good, very efficient offensively, and we had a hard time scoring the ball tonight, which we thought that we would have that problem sometimes, but not as bad as we did tonight. So it's just very, very discouraging that we were making some great strides, and I just didn't have my team ready to play tonight.
With this being the 3rd game in a row that the Lobos' opponents got 20 points off turnovers, Jeff Grammer from the Journal asked Coach if he had any thoughts on how to cut down these turnovers.
Well, I can walk it up the floor, but that's not what we do. So I think guys are careless with the ball, and I think that we try to do some things that we shouldn't do with the ball, and we're going to have to continue to work on it. But we can't turn the ball over like that.
Jeff then followed up and asked Coach how much the absence of Tim Williams was contributing to these turnovers.
You're on the right page, but I'm not going to make excuses. We got enough guys to play. We got enough talent to win. So there's no excuses from me. I just thought our offense execution was stagnant. It wasn't as good a pace. It wasn't as crisp as it's been. But, you know, that's only the second game that we've had those guys out. So, but we're not going to make any excuses. So that's part of it.
Given the 10-point differential in the second half, Coach was asked what changed between the two halves.
What happened?
In the second half.
I thought we had a chance to go up 40-39. We missed a free throw, and then we just couldn't get over the hump. They did a pretty good job making shots, but they shot over 50% from the field. And if any team does that, we're not going to beat them. And that's kind of been our problem all year. We gave them too many three-point shots. There just wasn't an urgency with our group tonight to guard.
Coach was then asked what he thought of his team's performance on offense, or the lack of the performance from his offense.
We took a lot of jump shots as a group. In the first half, I thought we took a lot of jump shots as a group. It's kind of hard because we tried to go inside with some things, and we got some travels. We tried to make some plays in the paint, throw it in the post. Connor being in foul trouble hurt us just because he's someone that can score inside. But all in all, we just couldn't get anything going. It wasn't fluid enough like it was at UNLV on the road. Looked a little step slow, a little lethargic. And we just talked about our energy and our effort, but we didn't play very well tonight. As far as pace and getting up and down the floor, we had some runs in us, but it just didn't seem like we were there.
After a game in which Damian Jefferson and Ojek combined for 24 points, they only had 4 this game. Coach was asked what he saw the difference between those two performances.
Well, I think it all has to do with activity. So, I've got to get my job. My job is to get those guys active and playing at a higher level, and we'll continue to work on that.
Late in the game, it seemed the Lobos got more proactive and aggressive with their defense. Coach was asked what led to the change.
We pressed them. It got down to 6 with under 3 minutes to go. So, yeah, we could have done it a little bit more, but you're just trying to get stops.
Connor McDougal was in foul trouble for most of the game. Coach was asked how that limited his lineup versatility.
Well, I mean, I think we played 10 guys, didn't we?
Yes.
Nine. So, yeah, it limits because you don't know where to go. You don't know whether to play big. You don't know whether to play small. We guessed and played small at UNLV, and it worked out. Tonight, we tried to go small, and it didn't work out. So, that's part of it. We'll go back to the drawing board and try to get better.
After Coach, we had a chance to sit down with Sam Logwood. He was asked what it would take for someone, in the absence of Tim and Dane, to step up and be that unidentified third scorer Coach has been looking for all year.
Honestly, just guys need to instill some confidence with themselves, and the opportunity's there. Just got to have a lot of guys start embracing the new roles that they're in, new guys being out, and just continue to work on it in practice and then try to find what our new roles are at this point.
Jeff Grammer from the Journal then asked Sam if anything he saw today surprised him.
No. I wouldn't say we're surprised, just more of we didn't really play great defense, and that's something that we need to continue to get better at.
I asked Sam if the lack of hesitation he showed from deep today was a matter of him being placed in a new role, or if he had increased self-confidence.
It's just confidence. Just something. I just got to play with confidence and go out there and just play my game and don't hesitate anything about it.
As we mentioned earlier, Lobo opponents have been getting turnovers and points off turnovers. Sam was asked if he thought the lack of Tim Williams and the increase in the 4-guard lineup had anything to do with this.
We're just trying to figure out our new roles. Like I said, we're trying to adjust to this new 4-guard lineup and figuring out ways to score within that. And, I mean, with that, it's going to come turnovers. So just something we got to keep getting better at.
That answer was followed up, and Sam was asked if these are issues that can be fixed or if the Lobos are in a waiting game until Tim returns.
I believe it's something that can be fixed. It's just learning how to play within it, honestly. It's something new that we've been doing. It's always been there, but it hasn't been played as much. So now that we're playing it a lot, it's just kind of bringing out the flaws in it, and we're just kind of got to work through it.
In his press conference, Coach said that he didn't have the team ready to play. We asked Sam if he thought the team was ready to play, and what can the players do to better prepare themselves.
I feel like it's both both the coaches and the players. We're a team, you know. We all have to do our parts to come here and perform and get wins. And personally, as a team and being on the court, I felt like we didn't play good enough defense, what we're capable of doing. And I wouldn't say it's necessarily the coach's fault. It's more of the players' fault defensively, and that's just something that we all have to look in the mirror at and get better from.
In the first half, the Spartans shot it well from deep, specifically Ryan Welledge, who was 4 of 6. Sam was asked how the defense adjusted to those shots while still being mindful of the conference's leading scorer, Brandon Clark.
This is one of those games. I mean, like I said, it's honestly just our defense that we can't let guys get going early. That'll make it way harder on us when they get hot, and then they start knocking down shots, and that's something that we did. We let them get hot, and it was pretty hard to contain them when the floor was pretty spread out, and Clark was just driving at us and kicking, and it was pretty hard at that point.
Stay tuned here to Tread on Sports. When we come back, we'll be here in the Lobo Den again, hearing what Coach has to say about the preparations for Air Force, and hear what I have to say about New England's comeback victory over Atlanta. Let's see if you can get this trivia question right. Stay tuned.